I made this earplug that basically blocks out noise at a level higher than anything that's commercially available or anything that we were given in the military. So it's napkins with water, and there's a special technique. So there's basically like 13 parts to doing it. To press this part, pinch this, create this, and then you have to open up your ear canal and then kind of push it in a certain way, and then once it's in, then you have to like squish the top part. There's only like 17 parts to the equation, but then being in the military, we're given the best earplugs in the world. This actually blocks out sound or noise pollution better than anything I was ever given in the military. And so you can invent things that are really cool and useful, and they can basically be like a internal secret. So while everybody else is basically getting popped, distracted, in theory I'm getting less popped and distracted than everyone else. Because Indonesia is kind of like little India. You know, India is just noise pollution and visual pollution is literally a major factor in the culture of India. That like people like to go there because it's so out of control, and the sound pollution is off the charts, and the visual pollution is off the charts, and it's like a facet of their culture. So Indonesia is like little India. And so I have to remind myself of that what they find socially acceptable, constantly trying to break your focus, is just a part of their culture. They don't think twice about it. Where in Western culture, we're like, holy cow, you guys are just the rudest people I've ever met in my entire life. But then if you think about it from the Muslim missionaries from India basically took over almost all of Indonesia, except for like Borobudur and Java, parts around there. Specifically, they couldn't take over Bali because Hinduism was too entrenched. But in the process, it became little India. And that cultural aspect of off-the-charts sound pollution, which we don't accept in Western culture because we want to like go to the moon and build the internet, and we can't be constantly distracted to have our focus shifted to the lowest level things in the world. But it's just part of their culture. They don't think anything of it. And just reminding myself of that all the time, I went from being pissed off to happy and smiley and just like, oh, okay, cool. It's their culture. Put in my earplugs. They don't care that I have earplugs. I don't care that they're making crazy noise pollution. Everybody wins. Everybody's happy. Use, you know. It's not good if they accidentally piss me off and have no idea why I'm pissed off. And it's not good if I'm basically being Mother Teresa and like, no one's suffering more than I. You know, this creates a win-win where everybody's happy. Only one part of the equation has to understand the holistic dynamics of it. Like, they don't have to just understand anything. Just do whatever they do. But I guess my honest intention was just to try to talk about like cultural differences are real things, and they really can lead to wars. And by just sitting down and thinking about it, like, what the heck is going on? Why do I feel so angry? And why do these people, there's no way that they can be the rudest people in the world. I know that for a fact. So there's something I'm missing. And then eventually you kind of figure it out and you're like, oh, okay, this is how we can create a win-win where everybody's happy. Because I wrestled around with these ideas for 4 or 5 months, and then I was like, oh, okay, crazy off the charts noise pollution is part of their culture. They're not going to stop probably the next 50, 100, 200 years. So I got to modify something to where they can keep being them and I can keep being me, and everybody's happy.